backgrounds are sounding much better. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mix Academy. I'm David Glenn, pro mixer. Blessed to have over 4 billion streams of my work. And today we're looking at Dr. Toomey's You Are Good. We got some vocal edits to make. I've got some loudness questions for myself to take a look at. We're going to see if Waves, I think the plugin's called Waves Pressure. Little one knob trick my man Doug Weir told me about last year. I've used it a ton and I love it. So we'll see how does it work on a live gospel track. If you're hanging out with me, first up, I got to tell you about the Headphone Mixing Blueprint. As a multi-platinum mixer who has mixed exclusively on headphones, I've got a thing or two to say about it, and I've packed it all into a free guide. You can check it out, link in the description. The Headphone Mixing Blueprint is going to show you the gear I'm using, the calibration that's free. I'm going to point you to it, show you exactly how I'm using it, and then I'm going to show you how to shine a magnifying glass on your mix, identify the weak points, and use my frequency-focused referencing. It's all in the guide, and then I'm even going to point you to a free video. It's going to describe it all, teach you how to get loudness, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out. Link in the description. For now, we're going to go ahead and see if we got anyone hanging out with us. It's a little late tonight, kind of a late night stream, but we're going to get these tweaks, and then we soon have, we'll give a shout out to Drew and Skylar. We've got more coming from them, some modern rock stuff. What's up, John? Appreciate you, man. John hanging out in the chat. A couple people watching. But yeah, all kinds of great stuff coming on these streams. We are en route. We're moving to a new place tomorrow. So probably be a day or two, but then we're going to be back up streaming and should be good. Okay, so this one, let's first look at, you know what? Before I forget, I forgot to mention it last night. I got a bunch of emails questioning and had to send an email today to share. So these streams are brought to you. I'm going to be pulling it down. These streams will be up for the next couple days or so. But then I'm doing this because I'm currently doing a donation-based course to help me get some urgent brain care. We're moving north, trying to get the MRIs, CTs, and even some holistic treatment. Taking on some bad things. I'll elaborate. I'll show you the details in the link or whatever, but I'll point you to that. $5, $10. It's a donation-based course. Pay what you want, and you're going to get access to a full course. You'll be able to submit a song for voting to be able to be included. The voting does end tomorrow. If you're watching this back, it'll be tonight. But Sunday, midnight, we're going to close that down. So it's the last chance. If you want to donate a little bit, you can get in on that. And then we're also doing a giveaway thanks to Stephen Slate. We're giving away at least one copy, maybe a couple of VSX. And then all kinds of goodies. Again, I'll put that link in the description, but your chance to get in on some incredible training for as little as $5. So appreciate all the support, the love, the prayers, man. You guys have been amazing. And if you're new to the Mix Academy, just sign up for the guide, man. I would love to just serve you and give you some great information. So what do we got going on in this one? We have Dr. Toomey's vocal is a little bit out of time. We got to slide it a little bit. Some work to do there. And then first up, I want to look at, and maybe only in this video, what we're going to do is pull up in Waves Pressure and see how we can get that to feel a little bit more full. So right out of the gate, what are we going to do? I'm going to go ahead and move my referencing plugin in my limiter. Don't ask. I'll explain this match EQ madness in the VIP, the control room, we're calling it. We got to talk about, you got Paul's thorn in his side. I can very clearly tell you what the thorn in my side was with this project. It was match EQ, imported from multiple sessions, and yeah, we'll talk about that in the private. That's gonna be behind the scenes stuff. Okay, what am I doing? We got Waves. What's that plugin called? Pressure. Let's go load this thing. One knob pressure. Yeah, I favorited it for a reason. Kept forgetting the name of it. So, hey, if you're watching, let me know what's your name, where you watching from, and what time zone are you in, because I would love to know how late some of you guys, we got us musos, man, trouble sleeping sometimes. We get most creative. I told my parents in high school, I can't help it. 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. to like 4 a.m. It's the creative juices are flowing. And then you got to get up and go to school at 6:30 in the morning. That was insane. Okay, so enough blabbing. We've got Waves, one knob pressure. And what am I trying to accomplish with this? I'll turn it off for a second, and we're going to pull back open our loudness here. Let's go to the high point. I think we're about there. Yeah, so somewhere in here. Let's click in here and see where we're at loudness-wise currently. Cool, so I'll push it -6 if I'm feeling it and it's not sounding bad, whatever. -7 to -8 is usually where I'm landing at kind of the high point for live modern gospel type stuff. But we're a little conservative here. I felt like there was some compression that I was doing and I didn't like it from the last stream. And so I took that off and it got things a little bit too squashed. So backing off of that, I felt good about it. So we'll do a little more in mastering, but we're just mixing right now. So we're going to focus on leveling out the gaps, and then we'll maybe do a video showing the final loudness. So we've got room to grow here, and we're gonna do 1 knob pressure. So we're -8.5, but let's come out here to the softer sections, like the whole first part of the song, super low.
In your presence, Lord, your love truly warms my heart. Yeah. Just wanna say to you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just a massive difference. And I don't mind it being open and dynamic, but that's a bit much for we're going for a modern mastered sound. And so we're gonna go ahead and clean some of that up. So I think the easiest way to do this will be to take the mix bus and we're gonna drag it up around probably the drums here. And get around the kick, because that'll be our defined hit on the 1. We'll just put the, well, we don't want it in the, yeah, we'll put it there. Okay, and then this whole first part of the song, let's maybe go where we got some background vocals. Yeah, they start to come in here. Okay, so we're gonna set pressure here, and then if we need to, we'll automate it in different sections. Oh, I pulled the wrong one up. It's been a long day. Been a long day. Don't be shy. If you guys are hanging out, let me know what's your name. And if you're watching the replay, do the same. Please drop a comment. Let me know. I will be referencing at some point in this. I will be demonetized almost always. Not worried about it. And if you want to hook me up with a like or subscribe, that would be great. But we're going to be clicking back and forth between references. And what am I doing here? Talking, and there we go. So 1 knob pressure, we want to pull this, mix A, all the way up. Man, I feel violated. You guys seeing all exposed here. You guys seeing my match EQ madness going on this one. It was actually a mistake. And when I turned it all off, it was like, ugh, can't do that. So it's there for this one. And what are we doing? So we're back here to the high point of the background vocals. There we go. Okay, so we're going to set this here. And
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, Jesus.
ooh, get a little crispy.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, Jesus. I love you, 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 Jesus. I love you, I love you, I love you, Jesus. I love you, I love you, Jesus.
Okay, I don't mind what it's doing, except these backgrounds already need, the breaths have got to come down, the S's have got to come down. And I think maybe if we're doing parallel compression, I may back off the mix knob for that section without 1 knob. I think it sounds beautiful. But to inflate it a little bit and kind of give it that a little more togetherness in the more dynamic sections, the softer sections, I think this is going to be a good thing to do. But like most things in mixing, by putting this on, what we're gaining we're also screwing some things up, and so we got to kind of work backwards. So I think I'm gonna go around. Let's try it again. Okay, then we're gonna also go to the beginning. Probably leave it for there, but
We bow low before you, worship and adore you. You are good.
it's a little bit much too on his voice, and I really don't want to automate anymore on his live lead. So we're gonna now enable this. We're gonna bypass it. Or you know what? We're gonna leave it on, and then we're gonna go to our drums out here. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna see where do they start to build.
Everybody say thank you for
You know what we're gonna do? Instead of automating the bypass, we're gonna actually just do a like a decrescendo of the one knob pressure. And so let's start here. Needs to be off there.
sacrifice. Thank you for taking my place. Oh, Calvary. Say thank you for.
I want it out before that. I was gonna let it, as the band's building, let it kind of fall down. I think I want it out before that.
Sacrifice. Thank you for taking my place. Oh, Calvary. Say thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for taking my place. Oh, Calvary. Say thank you for the price that Jesus paid for me.
We gotta automate those again. Increased our loudness where things are changing a little bit. Let's get this out.
Love you, yeah. Love you too. 'Cause you are good. You are good. You are.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see how it feels.
'Cause you are good. You are good. You are good.
Back it off a little bit.
You are. Break it up. Say thank you for the price, yes. Thank you for the price. Say thank you for the price, yes. Thank you for the price. For the price, yes. Thank you for the price. Thank you for the price, yes. Thank you for the price. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for taking my place on Calvary. Everybody say, thank you for the price, yeah. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for taking my.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Okay, so we got those crowd mics coming up. Not a great crowd capture. Not to bash anyone. Actually, the drums were the best live drums that have ever come from a Dr. Too Many production. I mean, how many have I done? The last 3 or 4 albums. Last 5 years of, yeah. So it's been a lot, but the crowd mics were, unfortunately, like, here's some of this. Let's come back here. You can hear the. Yeah, so EQ'd that honky tonk, nasally kind of thing. There's all kinds of stuff, but we got that cleaned up. But it's a very mono capture now because I was, unfortunately. But let's come back up here and let's look at our automation. I think one knob is good. I think those are the sections we needed. The whole first part of the song. We should probably check it at the band intro, which is just right around here.
We bring all the honor. We bring all the praise. You are good.
That's a little better. Okay, let's hear him with the one knob on.
You are God. Yeah. Jesus, thank you, Lord.
So the other thing his vocal needs, I need to make sure my notes, we need to put audio suite, we call it in Pro Tools. We're going to audio suite EQ, multi-band compression, Toomey's lead, mic noises. So anytime we get the burst of air hitting the, we're going to go ahead and automate. So we got to take care of that. I'll probably do that off camera, but for anyone, I mean, he's got a few people hanging out with me. I know it's late, but what that would look like is going to his vocal and then I would loop a section where that noise is happening, and then I would just dial in. Am I pulling out this? Am I high passing it aggressively? Are we using dynamic EQ or multiband compression to push down the plosive if that's what's happening? Am I sucking out 1 to 3K or 3 to 5K? It just depends on what the noise is giving me. I'll go mic noise by mic noise, and each one is a little different, and I'll just kind of tweak that and work my way through the whole song. And any time where he had overs or wind bursts on the mic, we'll go through and we'll put in the work and get that done. So, but that's, I tell you what, that's about what I wanted to show in this. If anyone's got any questions, we got a few people hanging out. Also, if you're watching the replay back, if it's still up and you caught it, then by all means, check out the Headphone Mixing Blueprint. I'm going to walk you through my exact headphone mixing process, the gear, the tools, all that good stuff. And then would love to have you drop a comment or a like and let me know if you got something out of today. I know it was quick, but I'm going to hit play from the top and then make sure the kids get in bed and take care of that. And then I'm packing everything down, trying to get north. So if you're watching this back, we are actually moving. We're making it happen. So God is providing, and through many of you, through the donation-based course, it's pay what you want. Anything above $5 gets you into that. It's called the all-day streamathon, and you'll be automatically entered to win prizes. You'll get a multi-tracks bundle, all kinds of goodies for that. Definitely check that link out. For now, I'm going to hit play and just see how I feel about this one knob and see if we're keeping it. I would love to see some subsplash. Let's see if the subsplash is in the session. Pull a little bit. It's in the session. So what we're going to do is this last hit, I think we're going to turn it on. So we're going to mute it. Then we're going to unmute it for just that last hit there, and it's just going to spill out some low end for us. We're going to boost it until it's just right. felt really good. It might be just a hair much. I'm going to back it off a dB or so. One more time. Yeah, and then if we mute that, turn it off completely, we'll solo the bass so you can hear it. Well, I should put it back in so you can hear it in solo. Okay, and if we turn it off completely, I might be getting tricked. That would be hilarious if it's not on. I feel like it is. I heard it. I thought I felt it on the sides. Yeah, come on. I know you guys watching back. Tell me in the comments if you're watching the replay, if you're with me live, John or anyone hanging out. Have you ever been making adjustments on a particular track and you feel it? Oh yeah, that sounds better. Whatever you're boosting low end or top end or cutting, and you're like, oh, it sounds so much better. And then you look and it was bypassed, the plugin you were working on. And so you had this like placebo effect thinking that you were doing something when you weren't. Or worse, last night, I was so exhausted. I got done with the stream and I had work to do. I'm so blessed. I'm mixing a song for the, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but the Omani Malele Children's Choir out of Africa. Beautiful worship, man. So excited to be a part of that one. And working on that late, doing some editing, getting it ready, and just mixing. And I was making a tweak to a certain, I was smoothing it out. Oh, come on. You guys already know, absolutely. I got thumbs up and absolutely coming in the chat. So drop a comment if you can relate. But I'm making tweaks, and I'm like, oh, it sounds so much better. And I look over, and I was playing the dang reference track. It was actually playing the rough mix, and it didn't sound better. But I just a little mouse move, right? It's not even hardware where we're physically got that tactile. It's just barely feeling it with the mouse. And I'm like, oh, it's so much better. It wasn't better. It wasn't anything different. Okay, so, but this is in the mix, and I think I'm going to open it up a bit, get some low mids, and we're going to check this bass in solo here. Okay, so that's the bass as is. Now here's the bass with subsplash. Okay. I think I'm gonna... Ooh, getting a little crazy putting it that far up. I don't know, let's see. Sounds fine. Just gives it a little extension. That should be cool. Let's check it in the mix. Yeah, very nice. Cool. We're going to listen from there. Actually, wait, we had Spirit Sounds Lab said, happened many times. I love it. Got all kinds of emojis. I hear something we need to address. Let's go ahead and duplicate this playlist. Go back to our original. And then I'm going to commit. I don't think there is any Melodyne on this one. Yeah, that came from the last session. Okay, cool. Good. Now I'm going to consolidate. Keep all that. We're going to grab declick. Let's see if we can get rid of some of that mouth noise. We have a backup just in case. But the M4 Mac Mini, praise God for this hardware, man. Lightning fast. And now we're going to come down here and do it for that as well. I don't know, that little section would be a big deal, but just for cool. And then now out here, let's listen again for some of that, right? We're going to just make sure we can not hear that.
I love
My brother.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, Jesus.
Yeah, so those mouth clicks are gone. That's beautiful. He did, his only note from my mix that I sent him last night was lead vocal timing in some sections. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight. I think it's going to take a little bit of finessing because of the lead. But what I'll probably end up doing is if I move his lead to be in time with the click, with the acoustic, with the flow of the song, then what I'll end up doing is making sure we don't get flaming from the crowd mics. And if we do, I'll set Waves Factory track spacer or a multiband compressor, and I'll push against it so that it's only his lead that you hear. You'll hear his lead get a little more dry, a little bit more forward, but it's that trade-off that you don't get the distraction. A lot of what we're doing with mixing worship, mixing gospel is trying to remove distractions so that people can freely worship and we're not. And so when I'm mixing, that's probably where my autism does me a favor, is hear all those little details, those little distractions. And if I hear it, then I assume that that's going to be a problem for other people and I just go fix it, right? So take top end out or correct things. So Spirit Sounds Lab says, how long do you average sit on a mix like this? Oh man, that's a great question. A live gospel, this song doesn't have too many tracks. We had the live tracks. This album, there are several that are like his featured singles that have 200 tracks. So this one I could have sounding, actually we started this one on stream last night from me putting it in the template. And so I have a lot of complaints about the way I've done this session. I almost didn't stream this because I was like, some things, the sound, I went with the live kick and I should have just stuck with my sample, tried and true. Would have sounded so much more forward and all kinds of things. But I can have it sounding like a record in 2 to 3 hours usually with a template. But if I'm doing it, the first song on a record, man, it may take me a day and a half, 2 days, like working hard on it. So it depends. But yeah, for the new songs, it'll probably be a full 2 days on the mix to get it. And that's with the template, to get all those tracks and automate and make sure, mute half of them usually or arrange it better. And yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff to it. But 2 days, and if we go through the revision process, usually with Dr. Toomey, he's very low maintenance. I go all out with all my clients and try to make sure it's ready for release for mix 1. We'll go to mix maybe 2, 3, 4 usually, but some clients, it'll go 20 mixes. It just depends on if I've got in the ballpark. I've been working for Toomey with 5-6 years now, so we have a kind of a pretty laid back relationship as far as I get to pick the drum sounds and all that. He wants the vocal tuned properly. He wants to make sure he's in tune, timing, and that the overall vibe of the vocals, that's what his heart is to make sure that the worship is clearly communicated. So what's up? Appreciate you, Cleon. 200 tracks, my goodness. Yep. Actually, you'll probably see me stream one of those this week. And then, are you using real faders with Pro Tools? No, I don't have any. I used to have the whatever Avid's nice thing was. I've looked at Console 1. Need to get in touch with Softtube there. But I don't have any faders. Just rocking. I never go to the mix window either. You'll never see me pull this open, ever, except to show that I don't use it. But yeah, so hey man, hit me with questions. I'm gonna go 3 mixes max, yeah. And I also offer unlimited revisions. I take on that risk, and I make sure that I go all out and make sure it's done. So give that safety net for clients to know if they, if anything happens, they need to change something, or if my ears, it happens, our ears get shot. That's why I try to use this. I'm gonna show you tonal balance control. I actually put myself on the spot. Let's look at and see where I'm at with our TBC here from Isotope. Let's check it out here at the high point.
I love you, Jesus, we say.
I promise I didn't see that beforehand, but that's just showing off. That's just looking clean. Not that we need to mix with our eyes, but barometric pressure changes. You get a cold, something happened. I don't know. You cut the grass and then you come in and try to mix. I'm picking on my client, Niall. I'll give a shout out to Niall. I mentioned him twice now in a stream. He's working long days at the studio at the church or mixing live or whatever he's doing, right? And then he comes home and he's mixing, and his mixes were bright. And I was able to point that out. Hey, let's reference. Here's frequency focus referencing. Let's dial in. What's causing the brightness? What are we doing? We pull that back, and it's like a whole nother experience. So it happens. Our ears get tired. But Cleon's like, unlimited? Man, yes, unlimited. I don't stop until it's right for the client. So it takes on a little bit of, and then what did Musictron said? How are you backing up files for archiving? So when I receive, great question. And then we'll wrap it up. But when I get the files from the client, their zip is usually what comes to me. I archive that, I open it, but then I archive that into a folder in the project called original zips. So all the original files go in there. Then whenever I do stereo monoizer, I create a backup. And so it processes, gets rid of non-true stereo files, converts them to mono if they're not stereo. Gain stages the way I like it, and then that's how I drag in. So I've now got 2 backups and the one I'm actively using. Then I use a company called Backblaze. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. And Backblaze automatically at night runs and syncs all the backups for my computer, my hard drives, and I've got Dropbox and Google Drive set up to both. It's all just always. So now I have, the saying goes, if you have one, you have none. If you have 2, you have 1. If you have 3, you have 2, right? And so on. And so try to make sure that we always have a backup of our backup of our backup. God forbid something happens. When I talk about backups, I almost always tell my man, Joey Fernandez, one of my best friends, Grammy-winning mastering engineer, recording engineer, dude, he's just a nightmare in the studio, man. Not a nightmare in a bad way, like just insane. Dude's got golden ears. He had a horrible story with, I think it was Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, and the studio flooded, and they like lost everything, and they had to get her back. They had to redo the whole album. I think it was Clive Davis the whole thing was just a nightmare. I don't tell the story like he does, but that's a quick version. So Spirit Sounds Labs, how do you manage the business side of things with unlimited revisions? It's very rarely a problem. If it's a problem, it's probably not working out anyways. It's kind of my money back guarantee kind of. It's just, I'm going to make sure it's right no matter what. And I don't know that I don't think it's ever been too insane. Now, if we're talking, I won't even go into. I was going to mention an artist and a pro. I'll keep it professional. It's been a long time since that's been abused, but we'll keep that one for the VIP in the control room for the members. How many hours on average do you think you mix a song before you're done? Yeah, at least a day and a half for this stuff, for modern worship, gospel, that kind of stuff. And then it depends are the drums edited? Is pitch correction done? Like for Toomey, I'm handling it. He's kind of in between studios and trying some different people out in South Africa. So I'm doing the pitch correction on this, melodyning into the metatune, tweaking that. Stuff like that adds to and makes it a little bit longer. But great questions, man. Appreciate you guys engaging and hanging out with me. Cleon said, the problem I have encountered is that people aren't listening on proper speakers or headphones. I had to send a client to a mastering studio in their country to listen to the mix, and then they apologized. Man, absolutely. That, especially early in my career, that was a bigger issue. I will never forget the artist telling me he wanted the mix to feel more like you could feel the Earth's gravitational pull, the spinning and the waves crashing, and they wanted that. And we were on like mix 37 or something like that. And I was just like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? But that's very rare. Most people are pretty cool. And Musictron said, is Joey on IG for mastering? He's not. He's old school. But Joey, I'll give you his email. I've asked him many times, who's going to complain about putting that email out there, get some work? Let's go. He loves it. Show Joey some love. Joey Fernandez 808 at gmail.com. I'll put it in the description as well. Joey Fernandez 808, right? At gmail.com. Joey was the early days of like R. Kelly, man. I Believe I Can Fly, Percy Beatty. He's a Chicago cat. He's one of my best friends, man. Most of the gear I use is because Joey had used it and recommended it, fell in love with it, and so forth. But John said, do you work only in the box, or is it a mixture between analog and plugins? John, I am 100% in the box and 100% on headphones. I do have a couple pair of headphones that I use to check things on. I also mix with a sub pack. I've got the M2X. It's a second gen, I think, second or third. I don't have their new one yet. My contact over there, I lost connection with him, and then I guess he moved on when they had their shipping issues and stuff. But yeah, absolutely. Staves, is that how I say it? How do I get membership, please? Been looking for a Christian producer I could follow. My friend, you can check out those links in the description, and it has all the details. Would love to have you in the Mix Academy. Big plans for we're changing the name of the VIP membership to the control room, but we're in the process of moving, so we'll have that done. But anyone who joins now will get that added to their account when it's ready. It's kind of in beta right now. We're doing private streams and whatnot. So, man, you guys rock. Thanks for hanging out with me, making this easy to do this. Which headphones are you using? I'm using the Sennheiser HD 650s. I think they're the best for mixing. It's all in the guide. So the Headphone Mixing Blueprint, I'll tell you what headphones, the free calibration software. I used to use SonarWorks, was a big SonarWorks fan for many, many years. Used, what was it called? What's the other cup? Real Phones. I've tried them all. And VSX, all of them. I dig them. There's so many great tools. We're spoiled. But I actually have landed on just using in my outputs down here. You'll see this is my calibration profile. You know what? If you don't want to download the guide, I'll tell you anyways. Go to Reddit and search up Oratory 1990, and then you'll find, just like SonarWorks, it has just a ton of headphone calibration profiles. Oratory has, and I think they're better, way better. And so check that out. And then these shelves on each end, you'll do the whole guide and go through the correction curve. It'll show you how to do it. And I think I even point to a video in the Headphone Mixing Blueprint where I show you mine and how I'm using it. But you get the low shelf and the top shelf. You can customize those, but the rest of it, don't touch it. He's dialed it in. It sounds great. I switched to this, and my mixes have translated so much better, and go figure, it's free. So he gives those away, and you can learn more about him and why he does it and all of that on his Reddit. So right on, man. Well, you guys rock. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Probably get more viewers at night. If you guys are digging this, we'll try to do it often. Try at least 2 or 3 times a week, and we'll see how it goes. So if you guys are interested, got links in the description, got free stuff, goodies, you got a donation-based course, and then, of course, I just said that twice, of course, yeah. Then we've got the Headphone Mixing Blueprint, some free stuff as well, but you can definitely check out the courses and everything we have there. So, yeah, hey, Musictron, in the Headphone Mixing Blueprint, I give the FabFilter preset for that, and I also provide the Aventone emulation, and then I give my man Doug Weir shared his NS10 emulation, and I include that in there. Give a shout out to Doug Weir, pro mixer. He was a student of mine, followed me. He's shared the love and told people about me on some pretty big podcasts and stuff. Really appreciate him. Been fortunate to become friends and get to know him a little bit. Excited to hopefully bring you guys some Doug Weir mixing content on the channel and in the Mix Academy this year, as some other people. So we'll see how that goes. But Cleon, you're the man, dude. Trinidad, hanging out at almost 1 a.m. I appreciate you, my brother. Right on, Musictron. Sweet. Well, you guys rock. Hey, thanks again. I'm going to go ahead and end it, call it a night, get everything packed up. We're moving now, but we'll see you soon. Probably not tomorrow night, but my hope is Tuesday or Wednesday night. We're going to go live again. So we'll send an email out as well. So join the email list and you'll get all that info. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you soon.